I thought, I found my sport. It was just love at first sight, love at first stroke.
Hi, I'm Lynn Widmeyer, and today we're going to talk about America's fastest growing pastime, pickleball. And to help introduce the sport, I have with me today Clissy Funkhouser, and we are actually at her pickleball court, which is in her backyard, which is testament to how much you love the game. Clissy loves the game and has introduced so many of us to it that we affectionately call her the godmother of pickleball in Jefferson County. Clissy is wearing one of our Clissy Pickleball Posse shirts, which we got her, and behind her are 4 members of the posse who will be demonstrating for us some of the principles that Clissy will talk about. But let's start off, Clissy, by just talking about how did you discover pickleball and why do you love it so much?
Well, my sister-in-law, Betty Friant, invited me to play with her in Winchester, Virginia. I went with her the last day in January of 2019, and when I first picked up the paddle, which looks like this, and hit the first ball,
Which looks like this.
It looks just like that. I thought, I found my sport. It was just love at first sight, love at first stroke. So I couldn't wait to do it again. Found out that there was a place in Jefferson County we could play, which was the Ranson Civic Center, which opened on Saturday afternoons and Monday evenings, which was perfect for me since I'm working. And I was a faithful attendee, went all the time, learned the game, fell in love with it. The reason I fell in love with it, I think, is it just makes you feel like a kid again. It brings out this competitive spirit that I just don't have in a regular world. It's in a regular life. It's just, what can I do for you? But for a game that really the points, it doesn't matter who wins. I just wanted to totally destroy my opponent, and all of this competitive. It was a venue for my my competitive nature that I've been dormant all these years.
It's a good thing that Clissy is such a good player since she's so competitive. But one of the things that's so attractive is that the size of the court is much smaller than a tennis court.
Yes.
And you can, as you get older, it becomes fun to play, unlike tennis, which takes a little more out of me than I can give. The average age of the players behind us is 68.
Yeah.
And so that makes it fun too.
Really any age can enjoy it. The actual size is a badminton court, which is 4 of these could fit into a tennis court. Now you wouldn't have 4 replacing a tennis court because you'd want room around it and so forth. But the beautiful thing is I love to play doubles, and the game goes super fast, which suits me.
Does,
you know, I'm not a golfer. That takes all day. This, you go to 11 points and you're done, and the serve keeps rotating, and it goes really fast. When there's 4 of you there, you learn to play with each other. You learn what hits will work, what doesn't, and it's just super fun.
Well, let's get right into sort of the basics of playing. As you might have noticed with the people behind us, you have a paddle and a ball, and you're serving over the net. And one of the most interesting parts, or different parts, about pickleball is the kitchen.
Yes. So I don't know if you can see it from behind my shoulder,
Can you see that, ladies? Can you move up to the kitchen line?
If you'll see there where they're standing, that's 7 feet on either side. The court itself is about 20 feet wide, and the first 7 feet you cannot do a volley, meaning hit it overhead. You can catch it. You can walk into the kitchen to catch a ball that bounces, but you cannot stand there and volley it. And so that's a particular draw to most of my lady friends who really like to stay out of the kitchen in most cases. So it's just another way of staying out of the kitchen.
So can you all demonstrate an illegal kitchen hit by stepping into the kitchen? Yes. All right, serve it up.
Yep.
Illegal. And you know why I like that rule is because it stops people from just standing at the net and slamming it in your face.
And indeed, that was apparently the game was founded in 1960s in Washington State with 2 families that had a bunch of bored kids, and they went out to the badminton court, and they discovered early on that it really wasn't fair for the people to stand right at the net and be able to pounce it. So they developed the kitchen line. So that's
and I think that's what's so attractive to me about pickleball is that the rules facilitate fair play and an equal playing
Right.
skill set.
Now, for example, with the serve, the reason it's
Let us now go, ladies. I would like to say that this group of ladies that's demonstrating is very special. They are all retired teachers from Jefferson County, and together they have with them like 100 and, see, I'm so old I've already forgotten what it was, but they have over 150 years of teaching in Jefferson County. So thank you, ladies. Okay, so we are now going to demonstrate the serve.
well, you can see she's serving underhand. That's the biggest thing, is that you are serving underhand. It is not like with tennis where it's overhand, which really helps with older athletes. You're not, you sometimes get rotator cuff issues. You serve underhand in an upward motion, and it has to land in the opposite corner. Similar to tennis, it has to land in the opposite corner. The box, anywhere in the box is okay. If it goes outside the white lines, it's out of bounds, and the next player takes over and serves, and it keeps on going really fast.
It's a great game, and we really don't have time to get too much into how it's scored, because I really think that's the most complicated aspect of the game. And would you all like, Candy and Jane, would you like to talk about how you're scoring, how you keep track of scoring?
We don't.
It gets a little mixed up, but basically you announce your number, how many points you've made, how many points they've made, and then whether you're one or two server. And then it eventually becomes it takes four of us to figure out what
I
the
know,
point thing is.
and as we get older, it really takes four of us.
Well, one of the things that I love about it is that you can get a group of people coming in, and it's sort of like pickup basketball. You don't have to don't have to get your foursome. You can just, if you go to different places, Sam Michaels or at the Randy Smith Center in Inwood, you can just show up, and there's enough courts open that you just play. If you can't make it that day, you don't have to call in. So it's very
egalitarian.
Yeah, and it's very engaging. So.
Well, Clissy, thank you so much. Before we leave, I do want to follow up on what Clissy said, is that you can play pickup games here in Jefferson County at both the Sam Michaels Community Center at the Sam Michaels Park. You can play in Inwood at the Randy Smith Center, and there's more opportunities coming, and we hope you'll soon be able to play at the Ranson Civic Center.
That'd be awesome.
Once again. So before we leave, I would like to, ladies, can you just sort of wave to the camera? These are members of the Clissy's Pickleball Posse.
Come to the net so we can see you.
So that's Candy and Jane and Derby and Patty. So Clissy, thank you so much. And maybe I can come back at another time, and we can go over even more points of pickleball.
Or better yet, let's just play.
Or let's just play. Thank you, Clissy.
You bet, Lynn. Thank you.
This is Lynn. Thank you for watching my video. If you would like to subscribe to get email notices of future videos, go to my website, lynnwidmeyer.net, scroll below the first video, and enter your email. Thank you.